What's up, you guys? This is Con from Team TKO. I want to come at you today with the second video in my deck building guide. I first want to get to the point of this is a different camera angle. I did get a couple of emails that were saying that it could be deemed offensive for me looking down at my screen. So I am trying a new camera angle, as you can tell. Also, the excess sound in the other two videos, my grandma and my uncle are both handicapped, and that was my uncle's bed airing up and airing down. I'm not going to get into what I'm not going to get into their stuff. That's not why I'm here. I am just going to get into this stuff. I'm in my grandma's room now. I am pretty much a parent when I'm not at school or at work. I take care of these guys. They are very important to me, and so I'm going to keep doing that. Like I said, this is my grandma's room, so now you're going to have to deal with the doll that's up here in the mirror. Also, I don't have Wi-Fi at my house, so I can't just do videos from my house, and my roommate's kind of a jerk, so I'm not going to mess with that. Right now. If I get Wi-Fi, I'll definitely try it out and see what happens. Also, let's see, what else do I want to... don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe below. Also, if you have any questions or suggestions, like the camera angle or delivery matter, whatever, feel free to email us at yugiohteamtko@gmail.com, and we will try to fix it. This is a great example of that. Also, I've got a couple of questions on my Gravekeeper build that I've already put up. I have answered a couple of those. As far as like what the boss monster's name was, to be clear, I don't consider Vandalgon a boss monster because he's not a Gravekeeper. I consider him a good tech. If any of my Gravekeepers were a boss monster, I would say Commandant, just because he is the highest attack out of any of them. Or maybe Shaman, just because of her killer effects that she has. But I digress on that, because this is the second video in my deck building guide. Okay, today we are just going to be looking at how to pick an archetype, and what process do we need to do to get to the part where we start getting the cards. Just to clarify, over the past time I've been out, I did get the starter decks, so I do have the cards. I have been fine-tuning my processes, and I didn't realize that this was kind of a subliminal part of my process. So I'm going to share it with you because this is the only way I know how to build a deck. So without further ado, let's just get into it, guys. Like I said, let's just go. What you need to do is, I strongly suggest it. You don't need to do it, but I strongly suggest that you get on YouTube like you are. Alright, and while you're here, if there's a deck out there that you have questions on, look it up. I have built so many decks off of that. Now, don't copy anybody's deck, because I am very much against net decking. I do not like it at all. That's another reason why I play 42 cards, is it guarantees it's my own original style to it. But I do not agree with... Yeah, I don't agree with net decking, I'm sorry. My mind went blank, so I'm going to reiterate that. But I would strongly suggest looking up like 5 builds at least, and get yourself a DN account. They're free, or a DevPro account. I can't speak for DevPro because I'm not on DevPro, but it is another option that's out there. I do know it is an option. I do not run Windows on my computer, and so DevPro cannot work on my computer right now. I know I could install Wine and do it, but I'd rather not. Um, my screen just went blank. I'm sorry. So if there's a dark spot, it went to screensaver. I got to fix that. So my hand's on the mouse right now. Anyway, get on there. Get on your deck, Dev Pro, DN, whatever, and go to the deck constructor feature. And as you go through these videos of these decks that you want to build, stop after every card they do and put that exact quantity and that exact card in your deck on DN. Okay? And then as you go through the 5 videos, you will see what the engine is, because they will have already found it. There is a bunch of people out there that can find the engine for any deck. I've already found one for artifacts, and we don't even have them yet. I am pretty sure you can find one for Shaydolls if you really are looking for those. I have not been looking, so I can't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure there are somewhere. Shaydolls, I know I saw Asian Eyes Dragons video too. They just don't interest me. Something about them, they just don't seem fun. So I'm not even going to try to build them. Anything I pull for that deck is going to be trade material. In fact, I think the only thing from that set that Trey or I are even looking at is the, and that's even if it's the same set. I don't even know for sure right now. I'd have to go back and read a little bit about when Shaydolls come out. But he likes the heavyweight samurais. So we are going to try to do a heavyweight samurais for Trey when they come out. But anyway, yeah, go on there and find your deck that you want to build and do that. Put in their tech cards, everything. And you'll find as you go through the videos that the tech cards are going to be in your excess. Then cut it down to your build. If you want to do 40 cards, do 40. If you want to do 42, do 42. How many ever you want to do, trim it down to that amount. Like I said, I don't suggest going over 42. Trey would suggest not going over 40, except for in certain things. And I only allowed to go 42 or over 42 in certain things, like Chaos Dragon. That's got to be 55. I play that at 55 when I did play it. But I've only played it like once, so I don't play it often. And the other deck I do play that's not 42 is 6 Samurai. That is 40. That was the original deck I started with again. When I came back, my buddies thought it'd be a cruel joke to build me the 6 Sam deck, charge me $50, and say, okay, on a Friday, they said, alright, here's your 6 Sam deck that we built for you. You owe us $50. The starter decks were, the structure decks were out. It was 30. I knew that. I said, why is it 50? And they said, oh, after I handed them the $50, they said, because we paid your entry fee into your first regional. You're playing tomorrow. Here's your deck. Have fun. You know, they said, be there at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I was, and I sucked. You know, I had only been playing for like 24 hours. And I still had to work. You know, that was before work they gave me that. You know, I didn't have time. I worked 12-hour days at that time. That sucked. But I did alright, I guess, for not playing in 6 years. I did force a lot of game 3s. I did win one match, so I am happy about that. Like I said, I've gotten way better since. But get on there and do that. And you will find that just because you like the sound of a deck, you might not like playing it. Because after you have it trimmed down, I suggest you play it for at least a week on DN, exclusively. Okay? Don't play any other decks. Just play that one. I have been playing Artifacts for about a month now on DN. I love the deck to death. That will be my next deck I build for myself. the like I went in and I heard a lot of good things about prophecies when they were first coming out, and so I said I'm going to look it up and I'm going to build it. And I went on DN and I played it on DN. I found out then, just like I did whenever I tried the same thing with Mech Phantom Beast, that I don't like the deck. It's not that they're not broken. Those decks are amazing. I love those decks. They're just not my particular style of play, so I'm not going to play them. You know, that saved me a good $500-600 just in 2 decks by doing it this way. So I strongly suggest doing that, and then after you play it for a week, then if you really like it, build it. Then you have a set card list already that you know you're looking for. You know what you have to start getting. Another thing I do suggest is even if you're not going to build the decks, every structure deck that comes out, go ahead and buy 3. Okay? If not, like I said, even if you're not going to build the deck, the structure decks are packed full of staple cards that will come in handy for other decks that you want to build. Like the Cyber Dragon deck here that I bought. Okay, I bought 3 of these. I've got, now I have 3 MSTs, 3 Malevolent Catastrophes, 3 Wabakus, 3 Call of the Haunted, you know, 3 different dimensional reincarnations, just a bunch of staples that are worth the $10 a piece, that are worth the $30 to have 3 a piece of those. It's worth it. Yeah, they're common, but who cares? We're building. Once it's built and I know I like it, then I'll hollow the thing out. Just because it's not hollow doesn't mean it's not going to play well. It just means it doesn't look as intimidating or as pretty. But I don't care if I win pretty. I don't care if I beat you by 8,000 life points or if I beat you by 1. Winning is winning in this game. And I will do whatever I have to make sure it happens. Within legal bounds, of course. I don't cheat. Never have, never will. My foot is starting to go to sleep. This is weird. Anyway, I strongly suggest doing those things. Like I said, we will get into the actual deck building next time. I promise. We are going to start off with that, and the next video is probably just going to be the monsters, so we can get into the finding the engine of a deck. But until next time, this is Khan signing off, saying beware the back row. Bye, guys.